Hello guys, this is Bash the Stampede here. Gonna have a little chit chat with you guys. We're gonna talk some real talk real quick. You know, I've actually, I'm recording these people, and I'm trying to establish a pattern of behavior. Because most of my critics say that I'm the one out of control. Most of my critics say I am the problem, or I'm the one that's starting, or I cussed them first, or I said something to them. I want to give you a reminder real quick, and notice how that's actually, and notice what they said I did for saying WTF. That's all I said. Again, for saying WTF. And, you know, see, they even talk about manipulating the devs into giving me a calm down ban in this one. And here's the dealio. The Ash, I'm always friendly. I'm never rude to anybody. I'm very rarely, unless you come out and say some stupid stuff. Mm. Oh, that's Logan. Let's talk about Decious real quick. Decious is this planet. Remember when I told you they used my real name too? This was all in one sentence. This is just got spaced apart like this because of how I copied and pasted in the zone. They actually gave my handle and said my name in zone. Think about that. Remember how I got terms of service violations while they're allowed to say stuff like this? And this is what makes me mad is that devs don't even care to protect Jewish people. They don't care to protect minorities. They don't care to protect anyone but their friends. I digress. Let's move on because I kind of, let's talk about this real quick because that ain't going nowhere. I logged on today and I wanted I want you guys to understand this. And notice the dates and times on this, by the way. This person is always nasty. This person is always disgusting. And this person is always rude. Always. Always. But I digress. Here's proof. Basically, Gorstack was in PvP, and well, he was in Karat trying to PvP, and had a really crappy. He has a decent Klingon tune, I think. He was on his bed tune and trying to do something, and he was PvPing without some basic traits, and I gave it to him. And this is how he treats me after me being polite to him. And remember, I just now give him something, and this is how he says thank you after he says that to me. It's all good. This is Star Trek Online people right now. Um, I'm telling you, these people are kind of really disgusting, and and that's what they accuse me of, and they say, well, and this person's still in the game, and what made me mad is he said he needed a bullet in the head. This ain't right. But anyways, let's go back to the chat. Notice how this is a 13-year-old kid's game. Brilliant vocabulary. Can Khaleesi can read a book, and his penis is oh. And what makes me mad is I reported both players. You're gonna see the ticket number, or I try to report them, and they're gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you have a whole chat. I didn't even reply because I don't. What's the point? they can talk like this, while if I say anything, if I reply, I get this. Their dev friends can be anti-Semitic. They can be sexually explicit. Remember how I told you guys they're sexually explicit and they're nasty. Why would you talk about anybody's penis, jokingly aside or not, in a 13-year-old kid's game? Think about it. And they're going to say, well, it was 2 o'clock in the morning in the U.S. I'm like, well, that makes it worse because you're not even thinking about European kids or anything like that. You guys are sitting there talking like you're on a Pornhub channel while people get banned for saying WTF. See that, guys? Normal people, them. 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 Notice that. Remember how they said I'm the rude player, and I'm never rude with anyone. I've never cussed anyone in game. That's a fact. What makes me mad, and to this day, is Deishus, an average player, tunes less than 6 months old, got like almost 200 endeavor points or whatever. It takes me 2 days to get one endeavor point. That's if I stick at it, and fill this out twice, because it takes me getting all three of the main, well, all four of them each day to get one endeavor point. So literally, it takes 2 days for me to get one endeavor point after I fill this all up. She got hers done in less than 6 months. 200. I don't know how that's possible, guys. Because when you fill these out, you have to wait for the 24-hour period. But hey, you know what? I think this is a dev account because I've got it recorded so many times saying nasty stuff like I'm a chomo and all this other stuff. But what happens? I report her and the devs let it go down. The devs let this stuff go down, and I'm doing this for the FCC at this point. I'm doing this to prove to my county attorney that these devs are allowing these people to talk to children in game like this. This is a serious problem. You cannot talk like this in a children's game and think you're going to get away with it. I think the perfect world should be fine through the FCC, and I think something should be done. I mean, you can't do this, the players, flat out. I get terms of service for saying WTF while they're allowed to say all of this stuff to me. And what the bad problem is, I'm not even a real criminal. I'm not even none of that crap they say. That's the fucked up part. I wish to God I can meet one of these people in real life. I would hit them so fast with a fucking lawsuit, their head would spin. But they're a bunch of poor, dumb motherfuckers talking shit in a video game. I digress. I'm sorry about the cussing and stuff, but I'm kind of mad. These people are allowed to talk like this in game, and the devs allow it. This is Vash Stampede proving that the devs allow porno talk in zone chat while muting others for saying WTF. If that's not a double standard, and prove that the devs are disgusting, nasty people, because how can you let this go down? I don't cuss people. I don't threaten people. I don't talk about penises and vagina and boob in game. I don't do this. But they do. Why? Get it? Then they accuse me of being the chomo. Then they accuse me of being the bad guy. They're literally accusing me of what they do. This is Vash Stampede saying, have a good game, guys. And keep it clean. And by the way, this is my build. And before they say, oh, you don't get no good builds. I'm not using locators because I'm preserving this real quick. I thought that was pretty cool. It needs to be a little higher, but you know what? I thought it was pretty cool. Uh, I could run the disruptor, colony consoles, but wanted to try something a little different. Traits. Mm. Well, this is Basher Stampede logging off. Stay clean, guys, because I logged on to SCO the last couple days, and that's what I logged on to. I logged on to people being disgusting. I'm not even talking a little bit disgusting. I'm talking flat out nasty, like talking about penises. Why do the devs allow them to talk about penises and other topics? Like the first time I got muted, they were talking about Nazism, and I'm a Jewish person, and I got a little bit upset over it. And it was actually Nip Tuck and Eunuch, Nick Tuck and Eunuch, and one other person reported me. Go figure. But needless to say, they can talk like a goddamn porno group while I get muted for saying WTF. And by the way, I've spent $15,000 with Perfect World. This is how they treat people who spent $15,000 with their company. Thank you guys and have a great day.